Hi everyone, this is a cosmic joke with me and Allison. So she's going to do the energy update for today. What's coming through?
The biggest thing recently has been about our plasma field, which I wasn't even sure that we had. But the one thing that they're talking about is we have to clear our plasma fields because of the new plasma that's coming in, which is a lot of our upgrade systems. And they're conflicting with old programs that are in the fields. The way that they showed me is we know about our bodies, the mental, emotional, physical, all through 24, however many bodies that we know we have of our energetic bodies. Those are bodies of the soul. In addition, they're talking about we have fields, they're calling them fields around the physical body. The plasma field, the piezoelectric field, what was the other one? Morphogenetic field. I've got notes all over the place in the last 48 hours has been ridiculous. So they're talking about we have our energy bodies that we've been working through, on the soul level, but we've kind of forgotten about the electronic fields of the physical body itself and the necessity of clearing those as well as our bodies. So the plasma field is where a lot of the running programs still are. A lot have been dormant, and they've said a lot of them have actually been in hibernation. In recent days, some of these are being activated. They're talking about the way to recognize if some of these old harmful programs are being activated is we have anxiety. And they're saying when that feeling of anxiety comes up, that is giving us a sign that some of these old programs that are not for our highest and best are attempting to be activated, which was we're like, yeah, all of us, or most of us anyway, have been having anxiety issues. And they're saying just clear your plasma field, intend to clear that plasma field. And the same with the piezoelectric field, because we've got, as we're aware, electronics, Wi-Fi signals, cellular phone signals, and everything else that's in the air. That is messing up our electrical system, which is also allowing for interference and other programs to run, to be hooked within us or installed that we're not aware of. And a lot of them, again, is that tacit consent of, like we talked about the other day about violent movies or things that we know that we're not supposed to be doing or watching or whatever. Mm-hmm. By making a conscious decision to do it anyway, by engaging in dialogue or conversation with a person that we know that we should just back away from, that is basically tacit consent. And because we are making the choice to interact in that manner, we're agreeing to anything and everything that comes of that interaction. So again, it becomes set our boundaries, set our space, and keep it clear.
Yes.
I mean, it's like 2 to 3 times a day now. We have got to keep those clear. You don't have to, but if you want to have the best benefit of the plasma that's coming in, especially now, it's crazy how much plasma energy is coming in and will be for, I think, till the 14th of August. We've got through the 8th, to the 14th. The possibilities of the plasma, because again, we've got our physical body, we've got these fields around us, and where a lot of us are finding that we're not in sync with abundance, with financial, with these basic things. We're like, where is this stuff? And they're saying you're doing really well on your bodies, but all of your spiritual bodies and those are in alignment. However, they have to be in balance with the physical fields that are around your body, because they're still conflicting. So we have to get these fields in alignment with our soul bodies so that we are an entire field. That's why we're having some of the issues with the Merkaba not doing what it is that we want, because it's being interfered with by our own electrical field of the vehicle, of the physical vehicle.
Yes.
So,
and
I
also
that made sense, but yeah.
Yes, but I was wondering, we're able to program for that, right? As far as all the electronics and the EMF, the 5G, and then is it the geopath lines?
We can program for it, but they're saying that our daily choices are, again, the tacit consent that we're allowing and agreeing to these interferences. by being on social media, by being on our phones, by being in these things and going, oh, that's just the way that it is, we are allowing and agreeing to those.
Yeah, that's what
they
they
have to be off completely, but it becomes, if you're going to pick up your phone, if you're going to be on your laptop, make sure that you've set your intention. I have all of, my Merkaba is in full power. I'm going to responsibly do this and make that choice to be in your full frequency for your actions.
Yep. Yeah, that's why my counsel's telling me to stay off social media, all of it, and not to be on it, not to be on Facebook, not to be on Instagram. And I'm like, okay, for how long? And they're like, probably most likely until the 14th, and disconnecting completely. So that's
and it is.
And constantly clearing, constant clearing, setting up space, clearing, transmuting out.
Which makes sense, because it's not like forever and ever. What they're saying is you've got, your electric fields, you've got your bodies, and once you are able to completely get both of them clear and merge them as to one mass, then we're good to go. Yeah. So at this point, again, it's like, okay, so you have to say no to TV, movies, telephone, whatever it is, for a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, till you have gotten yourself completely together. And that's minor compared to the benefits of what the outcome can be.
I know. That's I'm down with it. I'm okay.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna be doing a video for it. I'm just waiting for the completion of it. I've already have, well, I can't even show them on here, but I have the codes.
I know.
I started with the codes. This is different. These are actually numbers. This is pretty cool. I was like, oh, this is great. This is awesome.
Your first one was to upgrade their electromagnetic and the plasma fields themselves, which was great. And then the second one was
the actual timelines. We're working through, we're at this point in time, it's like we're shifting, we're basically getting rid of all the timelines. So a lot of things for energetic cords is something that they were explaining today. They kept telling me you have to keep clearing, cutting cords over every single energy exchange you've ever had. Like, they're talking about like from years, anything that's left over, which I clear all the time, but they're still saying that there's a lot, especially in the throat chakras and then in the lower chakras. So you have to keep clearing and clearing as well. Family members, stuff like that too. So
the throat chakra is coming up a lot. What are suggestions that you have for people to clear their throat chakras?
Mine is light language. I have a video on YouTube already. It's a cord cutting YouTube with Vishnu. It's for the throat chakra. Okay, so this is what they told me to do, because light language, not everybody can use light language. So obsidian arrowheads, okay, you can use that to cut cords. Blue kyanite is another crystal that uses to cut cords. You can use okay, so I actually have like a sword that was given to me, and you can use that too if you want. It depends on like what you work with, what tools do you work with. I'm sure there's other tools, but you can also use any type of swords or any ritual knives to sit there and cut too as well. So there's different tools. Now, this is the whole thing though. You can cut the energetic cords, okay, but they become reestablished again. It depends on also what level you are in your ascension. What have you worked through? Have you worked through your karma? Because a lot of them are karmic cords that can be reestablished again. It's something else they were showing me. The best way to work with those and to get, well, it's not really to get rid of them, because okay, so first of all, this is just funny. You have to go all the way up to the karmic board in meditation. You got to pull in your ascension council. You need to pull in the karmic board too, and to also make sure that the cords are, on their end, sealed and contained, and that they're taken care of too, with unconditional love and light. And then fire. So they're telling me to use the fire, which is like you light a candle, and then you're going to take the fire and you need to seal and burn off the cords too as well. You have to burn them off to keep them completely, off, and not for them to keep reestablishing. That's something that they were explaining to me. So you just take the fire and you just put them, and you have to put the intention into every single chakra. You can do it. I was doing it with light language, and just to burn it off and seal it up, and then also bring in the platinum lights, and then the ray lights, and the different types of rays in to seal and contain everything, because you also have to seal and contain everything on both ends. And then okay, so another one is the violet flame too. You can use the violet flame rays as well to make sure just everything is completely sealed, on both ends too.
How would you translate to some people that may just be waking up, or that don't have the tools, or don't have the crystals and all the rest of it? Where would they begin?
Talking to me? No. Are you? You're gonna need a session. No. Okay. Going into meditation is one technique. You can go into meditation. You can actually see if you're able to see where the cords are, and you can actually do it yourself through your imagination. You can use a sword. You can call in Michael the Archangel, and you can use the blue ray sword and have it go through your whole chakra system and to cut all the cords. That's another way that they showed me too. You can do it. I don't know. What are your suggestions? Because that you can do it with your mind too. And just
the most powerful thing we have.
Yeah.
It's
do it. Literally, you can literally do it with your mind. So, and okay, so the throat chakra is actually interesting chords. Okay, so it's the mental body, number one, and it's also like sharing ideas. It's emotional as well. Okay.
Correct.
So in all relationships, I was just like amazed on that one too. I don't know if you have anything else, but I was like, wow, okay. So anything mental, anything creational, of course, that's ongoing. Let's say that let's do it, for instance, a boyfriend or, boyfriend, girlfriend relationship, or girlfriend, whatever. We won't go into that. But those type of relationships, let's say that you guys separated, okay, and you still have the energetic cords to this person. And what they were explaining is that you need to definitely sit and cut the cords from them, but it can reestablish again if you haven't let that person go. If you still have feelings for this person, if you still on an emotional level have feelings for this person.
Traumas or the
traumas, yeah.
Exactly. Whatever happened that you're still reliving in your mind, you're going to recreate that connection every time you think about it.
Mm-hmm. And it's also, those are attachments. That's why we're always working on a spiritual level of letting go of attachments, non-attachments to, places, things, people, and not to be attached. That's the whole point, because it's considered an attachment as well.
And the throat, because it's right at the high heart. We've got, your heart, your high heart, and your throat. These are all intimately connected, because what you feel in your heart, again, is, are you expressing that? Have you been shut down? Have you not been allowed to? Have you stopped yourself? Have you been told not to express how you feel? And that's why the lump in the throat is, again, what is your true spiritual self? Not your human self, but what is your true spiritual self? And for many, it is going to take crying, screaming, whatever you have to do to be able to just envision that everything from my heart that has not yet been expressed has got to be cleared through the throat. So it's clearing the heart at the same time. For many people, these are working together, because it's your chest problems, heart problems. People that have all of these issues with their chest, most of the time has to do with the heart, throat chakras.
Yeah.
And it's clearing those at the same time. So having the throat issues, again, is what feelings have you had that you have not expressed?
Yeah.
What have you felt that you couldn't? What has not been allowed? And really just coming to that internal personal space of going, I have the right to express to myself in my own way what it is that I need to get this trauma out of there. And that's when you will start feeling that throat clear. But once you've cleared it, like you say, you've got to kind of maintain. You have to maintain. It has to be a daily thing and not go back into your old habits. You have to have new habits
Yep.
of being able to express, because it'll just close back up again.
Yep. That's true. Also, you can do it yourself too.
Yes.
You can shut down your own voice, and then you have karmic stuff too. That's just a whole nother.
Yes.
That's a whole nother one.
And
that's getting bigger, because past, present, future, all timelines. You'd be clearing all the karmic stuff too as well, and then definitely emotional traumas. We're really being stepped right now to speak our true and authentic self. A lot of stuff that also could be, they're explaining hooks, okay, and then feeling like the roping is control. That's another thing. How many times have you been controlled by somebody or manipulated by somebody, or even
have controlled and manipulated someone? Yes.
Yeah, exactly. It could be. Of course, it's all the other way too.
Right.
Vice versa. But that's something else that they were explaining as well. So you have to look into that. Or if you were controlling anyone or controlling yourself, not letting yourself be free.
Correct.
Be your true and authentic self, and you're just completely holding back. Yeah. So.
Well, some of the big signs that you have a throat chakra issue would be headaches, because you've got the energy that's coming in and it's backed up. It can't flow through to the heart and on through. So if you've got extreme headaches, that kind of is telling you that there's a backup.
Yep.
And the vice versa. If your chest hurts, it's like, okay, things aren't moving up. You've got something. A cattail? Is that a cattail?
My cat.
Oh.
My cat. She's going to say hi because she'll be on the show too. Say hi, Aphrodite. My baby. I have to clear her too every time she comes in. Bringing in fairies. No, I'm kidding. I love fairies.
So
they all get cleared. The whole house gets cleared at least 3 times a day.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, I mean the energetics of, it's like we've got so much to keep clearing and keep clearing, and it's like well, I've already done it today, and you're like, yeah, but that's not enough, because again, we are in a one consciousness. This is we're all connected, and just because I'm sitting here doing my work, my brothers and sisters, which may not be, it's a constant web flow. It comes through.
Yep.
And
but then it's a soul group too. Yes. You're clearing for the soul groups as well, and that's beautiful.
And all of my other higher selves, etc., all at the same time. It's like
all aspects and everything else. I'm like, what is that? Like, I'm like, oh my God. Today is a big day. And I can tell by how everything's coming up super fast, because tomorrow is we have a new template set too.
Yes.
So let's just get everything clear as fast as possible. It's probably why I've been having the experiences that I have been. And just completely clear. Okay, fine, I'll tell them. So my counsel wants me to mention you can dance.
You can dance if you want to.
You can actually dance. I do more of like a channeling dance, but you can actually dance to help your chakra system. Dancing actually helps. Moving your hands, getting the energy flow for the Kundalini energy to get it rising. Yes. And using like your hands as serpents to get it rising and to clear all your chakras and get everything aligned all the way up. It's called trance dancing. That's what it is. You can do a belly dancing. I prefer more tantric dancing. So it's like, and that's
judo or whatever, taekwondo, whatever it is.
Tai chi. Yeah. Just flow with it. You can do, well, I wouldn't say what you could do. I don't think yoga, but any type of dancing that you want. Hip hop dancing, who cares? Whatever it is that you like to do. Yeah. Just dancing. Moving. Actually moving your solar plexus. If you want to get your solar plexus to work, you really need to start shaking your hips and moving. Yes. And getting the belly moving too as well, because that also helps with the energy and breathing techniques.
It's true. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I do feel from what they're telling me so far that the 8/8, I mean, in this new template, I mean, we've got, the abundance part that's coming in as well. And it's like, I don't want to miss any of it. I want to make sure that I'm in alignment, that any and all codes and plasma and everything else that comes through, that my fields are receptive to. I don't want to knock anything down, and it becomes anything that needs to be cleared, it's getting cleared. And anything I don't know about, unknown, unknowable, I'm clearing that too.
Yep. Yeah. There's okay, so I woke up this morning, I would say a lot of there's head pressure that's coming through. Okay, that they're saying that's coming from the photonic lights and also basically all the plasma energy that's coming in. So it's normal that you're going to feel very achy or headache pressure. I actually had ear pressure on my left side. That started hurting too. A lot of solar plexus upgrades is coming through too. Nausea to the stomach, basically releasing down in that area a lot. Cleansing and clearing too as well. I would say the best thing for that, once again, is the selenite. Putting selenite on the stomach. And then watching everything that you eat. That's another thing. The higher self is like, really watch what you eat. High vibrational foods. If you can't, I know it sounds crazy, but if you can't eat good food, then don't eat. Drink water. And that's something that I was getting through. Salt baths, cleansing and clearing at least twice a day.
Agreed.
Too. More relaxing. Essential oils. You just use your intuition. You'll know what to grab. So.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been using a lot of lemongrass. That's what I've been using.
Yeah, I used that a couple of days ago too.
Yeah.
The biggest symptom for me has been the back heart, right across, reversed from here, and it's just this tingling, pulling. I mean, and it really has felt as though like all the stabs in the back and everything that had come at me is just reversing its way out.
Yep.
So whatever this is, I mean, it's not that it's pulling it out, but I can tell that as the light is coming through us, it's pushing out of our forms and all of our bodies what we're allowing to go.
Yes.
It's like I'm letting it go. I'm not going to try to stop it. I don't care what it is. I don't care where it came from or from whom. It's like to allow that energy to just expand. And the more that we expand instead of contract, it's like, a drop of ink in a glass of water or in a gallon of water. The difference if where it just about dissipates and you don't even know that the ink is there. And that's the image that they give me when we expand.
Yep.
Whatever your trauma was, when you expand, it becomes such a smaller part as opposed to the majority of, 1/3 of your body, that it's easier for it to just go. Because
Yep.
you're already in that expansion point. If that's really not that important, I can let that go.
The best way that they told me to keep the expansion is when you feel like you're going into contraction, because you'll know, because your body will start to tell you, because anxiety is one of them that will start coming up. You'll start feeling it, is to go straight into your heart center right away.
Yeah.
They make me use a Trinity symbol at this point, which is the Vesica Pisces, and they're making me.
You said it properly.
I know.
Good job.
Yay. They're going to think I'm such a blonde. I'm really not. Only in my human form.
Exactly.
Then in my commander form of badass. No, kidding. I'm more like in here in my heart, quiet. So I don't know this language. The more and more I go, the more I get like, I don't even know this language anymore. I'd rather just speak my language. So the Vesica Pisces. Okay, so this is the Trinity is what they're explaining, is to use that and use the Vesica Pisces, the spheres, to sit there and move them. And they're going to be in opposite direction. Going, okay. So one is going to be the right is clockwise, and then the left is counterclockwise, and to spin those two, and to get everything expanding, and breathing techniques, counting your breath. That will also help too. That way you can stop with the anxiety. You can, get out of your head for a minute and actually get centered and try to just sit and meditate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Returning to the breath is one of the easiest things that we can do anywhere that we are.
Yeah. Starting to count your breath. That's what
Even if the basics of 3 in, hold 3, 3 out, hold 3. I mean, it was like just do threes. If you're totally stressed and you're in an anxious state, sometimes you can't go for more than a count of 3. That's fine. Just control it. Just pay attention to what you're doing.
Yeah.
Work to 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever you want to, but make a start. Make a start.
There's so many different techniques that I've been learning. So just keep doing it and get through it.
We're all different, and we're all in different situations and different emotional states and different triggered states. And there's not one thing across the board that's for everybody all the time.
No.
There just isn't. Because there's times when I'm like, I don't remember anything. I'm like, I go into, whatever state, not as much anymore, thankfully. But it would be like, I know there's something I can do to help myself, and you're blank.
Yep.
So breathe.
Just breathing.
And that's one thing that the crew will say. It would be like, tell your human to breathe. I'm like, okay.
That's it. I can see my human going, ah! With the electricity, the electric light and the plasmas coming in. I can literally see the reaction of my human going like, and I'm like, just relax.
Yes.
My oversoul will come in and say, tell the human to relax.
Yeah, me too.
Start breathing so it can start relaxing. Because you can see yourself also multidimensional too as well. You can see your other bodies and like what they're doing. I mean, I can, but you can, but you'll eventually, just for people that are new on it, especially when you go into the Kundalini activation, it's very normal to actually see yourself like multidimensional, or you think you have like 6 hands, but it's not like you're actually seeing it, but you can see it through like remote, if that makes sense, remote view. So it's kind of like you're like, whoa, what is going on? Why do I see myself like this? And then you can see your other bodies too as well. So it's interesting.
Yes, it is.
Yay.
Looking at my notes. Yeah, there's a whole crazy other subject that we'll have to get into at another time, obviously. Yes, they do it. But they're stressing, the dormant programs that we don't even know are there, that haven't become active yet.
Mm-hmm.
And we've done a really good job of clearing out the triggers as things come up. And there are still stuff that we just hasn't become active. So make a conscious effort, at least once a day in your clearing of, I want to clear all dormant programs.
Yes.
And just clear them out. Just add it as a list of whatever it is, and I don't know about it. Just go ahead and get rid of it.
There's commands. What is the lady's name again? Lisa Marie?
Yeah.
Right?
Lisa Renee.
Which is, it's the Ascension Glossary, where it actually has the holding your space, commands too, which is, it's amazing and awesome. It has the whole list of everything.
I'll post that underneath. Yeah, the commanding personal space. Yeah. That was an excellent
yes
thing.
And then that way you're anybody who's listening is able to find it. That right there, hands down, it has the list of everything that you can think of to sit there and make sure you're holding your space and then clearing as well on top of it. It's pretty cool.
And I've noticed a real difference in doing that.
Yes.
I mean, yesterday, like I told you, it was like I was out peopling, and it was actually enjoyable. People were kind. It was like complimentary, and I was like, everybody was out of my way and helpful and assisting, and I was like, it felt like a Twilight Zone. It was awesome. It really was cool.
It was okay. So there's the 12D shield is what they were, having me work with for right now. But that we can go higher. So they're saying the 15, and then there's an 18D shield too. As you sit there, and you can sit there and work your way up. I mean, I'm sure there's higher, but those are the ones that they were explaining that you can sit there and work up as you sit there and keep working it and doing it every single day.
Yeah, those are through the 8th quadrant, because that's, yeah.
Yep. They're like, time to go up, time to upgrade. And I'm like, cool, okay, let's upgrade. Let's move up. Yeah, what else are you guys trying to put me through?
anything and everything we can.
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of it. As we become proficient at battling is not the right word, but overcoming and being of light and releasing and diminishing any negative aliens, for the lack of a better term, back to the galactic sun or back to source or whatever it is. As we become more and more proficient at this, they're using us. They're going, hey, good job, we'll use you. And it's like we become another portal for that as well.
Yeah,
but that's the fun part.
That's by choice, though. We have free will. I'm sorry, we do.
Yeah. But it's not on a human free will, it's on a soul free will. And our soul's free will is not always in alignment with what our human would want to do.
Yeah.
That is true. But we do it anyway because we are doing, from the higher self level.
The mass clearings, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been an interesting couple of days. I'm excited to see what tomorrow is going to be. I would say definitely for everybody to start creating new. What do you want to bring into your life? What do you want changed? Anytime you go into lower vibrations, try to get out of them as fast as possible. That's one of the things my oversoul is like going, move it, get out of it right now. See it, look at it. This is what's still there. Move and shift out of it as fast as possible. Do whatever you have to do. I don't care if you dance, if you sing, what feeds your soul. Me, I like burning herbs and, playing with my crystals and stuff like that. Like whatever it is, drawing, just go and do it. Exercise. What we're really being asked to exercise too. That also is going to help during the process.
Yeah, because it helps eliminate the cells and remove out any toxins within the cells by moving, which is similar to dancing. Yeah. The thing on moving things along and getting it quicker, it is still possible once you've mastered it to be able to look at the problem, run through the problem, still think about whatever the issue was. The biggest thing to do is take any emotional reaction out of it. Feel the emotion, feel whatever trigger it is, and that's what we need to release. You can still look at it because then you're at a point where I can look at this rationally. I don't have the shutdown of the brain. And if I need to figure things out, if I need to see where I need to do something different or how things need to be, then that's okay, as long as you are not emotionally feeding the situation.
Yes. And just move through it as fast as possible. Yeah.
Humans are so weird.
Call us the new humans. It's a process. It could be fun and then it can be not so fun too as well. But I guess you just gotta move through the waves of it. It could just be perception too. So
yes.
It depends on what your mission was when you came in here. My mission was what? To do what? Why would I ever do that? Who created this? Like, yeah. Can I go talk to somebody? Can I go up? Oversoul. Can I come? Can we have a? Oh wait. Okay, they're telling me to go higher than that. Okay.
The Christed soul.
The Christed soul. Can we have a conversation, real quick? Because is this what my mission was? Can
I revise that?
Can I revise this? Like, is it Operation Freedom? Really?
Well, I've gotten asked because I've done the same thing, and most of the time they're like, "Sure, you can revise it. You can add more to it." And I'm like, "No, that's not my plan." But that seems to be the revisions. We've got the basics that we just get, and revise and add more. Yeah.
I was like, okay. Can we change? Well, our missions got changed anyways.
Yeah, I know.
So, and I got my new mission in. I'm actually excited about it. I started, this is cool. So I started doing, their Stargates, keys, maps. I did it for one of my clients and really cool what came through, but it's also, the Stargates are in us too. So I went through and was telling her, okay, these are the chakras where the knowledge of your gates are. Okay, so I put that down for her. And then between the City of Lights and then the gates that she can go and visit, I wrote them down too as well. And it was really pretty. I'm going to end up posting it. It was beautiful. And I was like, oh, this is something new that I can do. It isn't light codes, but I can at least break it down. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, we have, I'm excited for the new mission. I'm like, so when am I going? Because I kind of want to get done clearing. I don't want to be clearer for, can I go do something else for a little while, please?
Just a little while.
Maybe a couple years, take a break. Don't we have new ones coming up? We have new ones that are waking up. Can they do it? No, I'm kidding. We have to have fun with it. Embrace it, right?
Yes, yes, we do. I mean, that's because a lot of the stuff, again, that I'm getting has to do with genetic codes and DNA strands. And, it's crazy. This whole huge level of things, even more than what we'd ever considered before. It's the human body is extremely complex.
Yeah.
This vehicle that we have inhabited is complex, and it's been manipulated and modified so many times. And then we've got, the genetic modifications, etc. Step by step, we're getting it. We're going to unravel it all.
Yeah. Another thing that they mention is going into 0 point. Really staying focused and being in present and going into 0 point. That's what they call it. That being the center it's really those who have a hard trouble, like are having trouble with it, please keep practicing it and keep trying. Don't go into past things. See, today, like for instance, I love my mother dearly if she watches this, but I had to sit there and cut her off because she was mentioning a lot of past stuff and asking a lot of questions. And I said, I love you. I don't want to talk about past anymore. I don't care if it was a day ago, a couple days ago, if it was a month ago or 2 months ago, but I had to sit there and set my boundaries and be like, I don't want to talk about this anymore because that was in the past. And that's one of the things is keep relaying, keep going over and over all the past stuff. That's what we're trying to stop doing and staying in the present and staying now, like in this moment. So you just got to set your boundaries because people, we love our relationships and people want to know. You can talk about it at the moment, maybe during the day. You can go outside and talk about it to the plants or to, to nature, or you can talk to your guides about it and how you feel. And that's great and that's fine, but don't keep going into the creation of it. And that's something that I was being taught, at least for a few weeks now, but it's at the point where you have to start setting boundaries with people and just saying, I don't want to talk about this anymore. And that's it. It's kind of like standing your ground and saying, I don't talk about the past anymore. So that's something that came up for me.
I'm sorry.
Even look, you can move this. There you go. That's the past. That's what You want to change your reality? Just take the pen and move it like this. Done.
Well done.
People are going to think we're crazy. They're going to be like, what?
It's just what we do. We just changed it. I don't like it. I'm changing it.
It's done.
But that's part of what I've been seeing as well, because they're saying when you interact, like if you and I interact, if we bring up something from a week ago, whatever it was that we're discussing, what we're bringing up is the person that we were then, not who we are now, and attempting to reshift and bring up that old person again. I'm not that old person. I don't see things the same way. I'm not the same as it was. So when we're talking with someone about our problems, they can only see us as who we were before. And it just becomes this circular round and round. What are you creating? Are you recreating an old you that no longer exists or that you wish didn't exist? Yeah. Or are you working on who you want to be better every moment? And that's part of the caution of bringing up the old, because you're reliving and going back into a person that you no longer are, and reliving and recreating that, which again is just putting it into your reality field, saying, oh, look, he's passionate about that, or she's passionate about that. They're really excited about it. They must want more.
Yep.
Boom.
We already have the ego doing that.
I know.
we don't need to continue doing it, because the ego is just going to keep bringing it up and going, and I'm like, what is going, you know, we already have that we're dealing with. We'll keep dealing with actually creating it. So
Exactly. Enough by
that's
our
why,
thoughts. Yeah.
yeah. And that's also controlling the mind. It's basically aligning everything together and being more in your heart space. Mind, body, soul, heart. Yeah. So, and then all the others.
So pretty much we just forget anything, everything. I'm not going to remember anything. There's nothing to remember because it has nothing to do with where I am right now. If there is something of value, a wisdom, or a lesson, it will be returned and given back to me in the moment that I need it. I don't have to consciously remember it. I don't have to do anything except be happy, be joyful, and enjoy the moment of where I am, knowing that I have everything I need for that moment.
Yep. If you don't remember anything, that's a good thing.
Exactly.
Let it go. Don't go digging into it more, because that means it's gone.
It's not necessary.
Yep.
Which is great. I got so much more room in there now for everything else that's coming in.
For new stuff. I'm excited. I think that's it today. I don't think there's been anything else. I don't have anything else today.
Happy 8/8. Enjoy your new template.
Yes.
Allow, accept, and whatever starts to be pushed out or whatever looks like there's going to be an issue that's arising, just let it go. Just breathe it out and let it go.
Yes. And just let everything go. Just completely.
Okay.
All right. We love you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye.